With the 26th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Graham Barton, center, Duke.
What is going on, Bucs fans? Evan Wanish here, back at you with yet another video talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And today we are going to be going over the Buccaneers selection of Graham Barton out of Duke with the 26th overall selection. Now, I know there were some people that wanted Jackson Powers-Johnson, the center from Oregon, but the Buccaneers elect to go with a different center. And yes, Graham Barton will be playing center for the Buccaneers. Jason Licht made that very clear that they view him as a center. They did acknowledge that he can play guard and he can also play tackle. He played tackle his final 2 seasons at Duke, but he does project as more of an interior guy in the NFL, and the Buccaneers envision him at center. So it sounds like the Buccaneers have found their answer at center. Obviously, Ryan Jensen getting injured back in 2022, having to retire just this offseason. They really haven't been able to find a consistent answer at the center position. Hopefully, they have found that with Graham Barton, who is 6'5", 313 pounds. And for a guy that size, he can move pretty well. So the board sort of fell to the Buccaneers way with Graham Barton being available. Like I said, I know there was a lot of people wanting Jackson Powers-Johnson. There was a few injury concerns with him, so the Buccaneers elect to go with a more versatile Barton in this scenario. I think this is a good pick. I do. I think Barton was probably the best player available on the board at that time, most likely, and I do think that the Buccaneers made the right selection. The Buccaneers could have traded down. Jason Licht even said that there was a few options to trade down. They elected not to. So I do think that adding Barton makes a lot of sense. And it makes this offensive line better. It really does. It makes this offensive line better. He plays with a mean streak. He says, it's Jason Licht even said that he plays a lot like Ali Marpet. He plays a lot like Ryan Jensen, and he has the personality of like a Tristan Wirfs. So, I mean, you want to talk about a perfect Buccaneer. I think Graham Barton, if those three things hold up, I think that would be a perfect Buccaneer right there. So, Graham Barton is the pick for the Buccaneers at 26th overall. Yes, they did not get an edge rusher. All the edge rushers were pretty much gone by that point. Ayatu Latu went to the Colts. Dallas Turner went to the Minnesota Vikings. Jared Verse to the Los Angeles Rams. And then Chop Robinson actually did not even make it to the Buccaneers selection. He went to the Miami Dolphins. So, I think it was tough. I do think edge is probably a top need for them heading into day 2, but I do think they've addressed a pretty major need that they had. So with Graham Barton here, I do like the selection, and we'll have to see who else they add on day 2. I do expect them to add an edge at some point. I think they could add a wide receiver, could maybe add some depth in the secondary as well. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But stay tuned for day 2 and our day 2 coverage. I will be live on Mr. Bucs Nation's YouTube channel for day 2 coverage starting at 6:30 p.m. on his YouTube channel. Of course, stay on this channel as well for an updated video. After the Buccaneers make their selections, I'll be on here at a short video form to review it all. And then, of course, once the draft has concluded, Rhett and I will do a full breakdown of the entire draft class, give grades, do all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. But the Buccaneers have found their center of the future and what they hope to be a long-term solution to a problem that has been, really ailing this offense for a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see how Graham Barton shakes out in his NFL career, but I do think it is a pretty solid selection. So let me know what you guys think about the pick. I'm always curious to hear what you guys think about these things, especially with the draft, right? There's a lot of different opinions when it comes to the draft, so really curious to hear what you guys have to say. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and go Bucs.